There were no drugs or sedation, and half of those who underwent surgery in the 19th century died. Surgery in the Victorian era. The operating table was crowded. While patients squirmed on the operating tables and even tried to flee during the painful procedures, onlookers watched the entire spectacle. The agonizing cries of the patients, as well as the loud crowd watching the surgery, could be heard from the street many floors below. Hospitals were only for the poor. If you were fortunate enough to be wealthy during the Victorian era, a family doctor would treat you at home in the comfort of your own bed, whereas the poor would be hospitalized. Accepting new patients was limited to 1 day per week. In 1752, the rule that no patient was to be admitted more than once with the same condition was implemented. Leeches would be used to extract blood. During the Victorian era, the ancient practice of bloodletting had not yet died out. Victorian surgeons used live leeches to draw blood from patients. Bloodletting was dangerous because it could result in anemia, but doctors ignored this for thousands of years. Barbers worked as war surgeons. Barbers were recruited as surgeons and were expected to operate on injured soldiers. Despite lacking extensive knowledge, a barber surgeon would be tasked with pulling teeth, bloodletting, and performing basic surgical tasks. Barbers were sometimes approached by patients in need of surgery because they possessed the necessary sharp tools. Even today, the blood-soaked napkins used during bloodletting are represented by the red and white poles outside a barbershop. Limbs that had been amputated were dumped in sawdust. Imagine having your leg sawed off due to a broken bone or fracture. Then, as you lie on the operating table, that limb is dropped into a bucket of sawdust by your side, and those watching start applauding. As previously stated, this could all happen without anesthetics, so it's understandable that patients would want a surgeon who is quick and efficient. Dr. Robert Liston was a famous surgeon, known as the fastest knife in the West End. He amputated his patients' limbs in less than 30 seconds. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe.